Welcome to TacoTooTurnt, where I play every game I own.
Get after it, MP.
Tickets are still available for the next game. So purchase your ticket today. Visit the ticket counter for available games.
At shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 31, Klay Thompson. The other guard, at 6'3", number 5, D'Angelo Russell.
Stan, this game tips off a little regular season series between these two teams. In your mind, as a former coach, does that alter the game plan at all?
Well, the coaches will be watching their opponents very closely, Kevin. You're trying to get as much intel as possible so your team can be even sharper in the next game.
And as we get deeper into the season, MP's let it be known that he intends to get his hands on the Rookie of the Year trophy.
And he's well aware of the other contenders as well. So if he is gonna win that award, he knows he has to be at his best when he's matched up against his fellow rookies. I love MP's ambition. It's gonna be fun to see how he battles.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, they've got Keontae George, MP out there with Walker Kessler. Then it's Lauri Markkanen, and it's Mikal Luke in at the shooting guard position. And let's check in with Allie, and she's got the latest for us on MP.
Hey there, guys. Well, there's a lot of excitement coming into this game with a couple of Rookie of the Year candidates on the roster. When I asked MP about it, he said, I've had this game circled on my calendar for a while now. I'm ready to show I'm at the top of this class. Guys, I like his confidence.
Thanks. This should be a great battle to watch.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Kessler in the post. Lively's there. MP deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 3. Another shot. And the rejection by Lively. Here's Flag. And they'll get another chance. Russell against George. Thompson for the triple. The rebound by the Jazz. Last time they met was in Utah.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
To stand here, we have one of the bright young centers in the NBA, Walker Kessler.
Look, start with this with Walker Kessler, Kevin. A great rim protector. You're just not going to get layups with Walker Kessler on the floor. Then he's an outstanding offensive rebounder, and he's got great hands, which makes him very effective as a roll man in the pick and roll.
Here's Russell following the bucket by the Jazz. Jacks up a 3. That one no good. And so it's Rodriguez with it. He brings it up for Utah. Down low.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. And that's 10 points for MP.
Gets the ball inside and gets it done. Nice work by MP.
Dallas moving the ball around. Flag. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson.
Flag.
Jazz have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Markkanen against Russell. And Davis wide open. He shoots. Off target with his 3. Utah trailing here. On the wing, MP. He's guarded by Davis. Offensive rebound. And Kessler throws it down.
Well, Kessler to the rescue, using his size to win the rebound, and then quickly going on the attack himself.
Now here's Thompson. Turned in an outstanding game against Denver. Here's Davis. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
Well, he's known primarily for his shooting, but don't be fooled. Markkanen is more than capable of finishing strong.
Thompson outside. Davis against Markkanen. Shot from 12. Dallas, no good that time either.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
A nice shot by Mikhailuk.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Mavericks trail by 6. Russell looking around. Pass to Davis. Shoots over Markkanen, and Davis with the basket on the assist by Russell.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Jazz lead by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And hope you... Dallas. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Washington. Flag comes in for Christie. And it's Thompson in for Dante Exum. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Flag. And here is Davis. Thompson in the corner. The 3. Dallas, no good that time either. Jazz leading by 4. And it's small and power forward. It'll be Flag in Davis. Williams is out there with Thompson. And it's Gafford in at the center. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Here's Williams following the 3-pointer by Utah. Davis, the pass to Williams. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's an excellent bucket there. Not an easy one. That took some creativity.
Dallas shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
Derek Lively, he's checked in for Dallas. And Utah with a change here, too. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Kyle Filipowski. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about the upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you very much for the report. And now, Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Bulls was a man on a mission. He had 36 points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Thanks, as always, Allie, for that great report. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
And here are the Mavericks now, following the three-pointer by MP. Dallas, no good that time either.
And another miss. Oof, he's having this really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. All right, I'm just getting this my headset. I'm told we have Shams Charania, our 2K insider, on the line. He's now with us, and some important NBA news. Hey, Shams, what do you have for us?
Thank you, Kevin. With the trade deadline nearing, the front office of the Celtics has announced their latest move. They went out and got dynamic guard Jordan Poole, and And in terms of what they want from Poole, it's simple. Add a scoring punch, guys. Carry the load at times on offense. They'll rely on him to add another dimension to their attack.
Thank you so much, Shams. We sure appreciate the update. Dallas making a switch here. Russell's checked in, and so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And now a chance to look here at the race for Rookie of the Year. Halfway through the season, these are the top rookies so far. You look at MP, well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
Well, no debate here. He's running away with it and looks poised for big things to come.
And over 3 years in high school, Anthony Davis shot up from being 6'2" to 6'10". But Greg, he brought those guard skills with him.
And Kevin, that transformation as a pro also significant, adding over 30 pounds to his frame. And with his wingspan over 7'5", he is a visible presence.
Outside, marking it. Rodriguez outside. MP showing the range.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Thompson outside. Pass to Lively. Outside, Russell. A 3-ball. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Rodriguez uses the glass to finish the layup. MP's got 25 points in the game.
Well, this is shaping up to be a special night for him. Started out well and is only turning it up here in Q2.
Outside, Russell. Pass to Davis. Clock at 6. He can't get that one to fall. Here's George. And a great assist by Rodriguez as that one goes in. Rodriguez has got 4 assists now tonight. And so it's Utah holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Fans, get ready for the top RPM and amazing stuff from your pocket by Arena Entertainment.
Hey everybody, always a fat. If you guys were GMs, do you think you'd be good at wheeling and dealing in the trade window?
Let me tell you something, Eddie. You want to...
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Jazz.
This has been a weight room game. They're just stronger on the glass, and they're playing.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
That's certainly what I'd do. Until the defense shows they can stop him, ride the hot hand.
Jazz leading by 18. So on the floor for Utah. Markkanen is out there with MP. Then there's Walker Kessler. Then it's George. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 2 guard. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. This is the 4th and now longest coaching stop for the Mavericks' Jason Kidd. Kyrie Irving said he's learned from the past head coaching jobs that he's had and being with different players and seeing them improve. Now he's mastering his coaching philosophy and being an originator. Guys, back to you.
He has definitely seen it all. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. Markkanen, good.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass. Money.
And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent, it's also about timing. And no one expects this to be a key area for Flag, but he might consider folding it into his game.
Rodriguez passes to Kessler, and George kicks to Rodriguez. Launches a three, and the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Thompson inside. No scoring in this one. The layup off target. And yes, it's good. And the Jazz lead by 21.
Yeah, it's so rewarding as a coach to see a young guy like MP succeeding like this on the offensive end.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Mikhailuk. In the corner, Rodriguez with it. Off target from outside.
After draining 3 triples in the first half, he doesn't have any in the second half. I know he's disappointed, but he needs to remain aggressive.
Here's Flag. Dallas, no good that time either. Jazz leading by 21. The drive by MP. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
Washington's checked in for Anthony Davis. Collier, he's checked in for the Jazz. That one is off.
And you talk about building a legacy. That's MP's mindset, not just for himself, but for this team.
Pass to Flag. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Listen, it's a team sport, but without him, this deficit would be a lot bigger.
Rodriguez outside. 1:52 left to play in the third. And stolen by Thompson. Out to the right wing. Poked loose. Stolen by George. Kessler passes to MP. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season. And here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days. And these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
You look at MP, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more. And as we get closer to the three-point contest, once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
Pass to Mikhailuk. The three. The shot, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Thompson outside. Gafford sets the pick for Thompson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Davis is checked in for Flag. Christie comes in for Thompson. Getting ready for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Flag comes in for P.J. Washington. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Christie. And it's Russell in for Exum. Sliding in at the wing positions will be Thompson and Flag. The 4 and 5, it's Davis and Lively. And it's Russell in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Kessler's setting the pick for MP. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Mavericks trailed by 17. And here's Russell. Beyond the arc. And it doesn't go. Rodriguez with it. He's picked up by Russell.
And MP still gets the shot in the air. Other young guys might have folded under that foul, but he's able to get to the line.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Utah Jazz.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. Really great when you see it in action.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that three ball for these guys.
Davis pulls it down.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance. But look, he's got to find something easier.
Thompson. Not gonna go.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Now Kessler. MP. Trained from outside.
Yeah, just another thing MP does for this team. Space the floor.
Thompson outside. Outside Davis. And he gets that one to go.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
MP. Here's Kessler. MP outside. Shoots the three. It's good from long range. MP's got 38 points.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Jazz.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
From the line, no good off the front iron. And so it's Dallas with it. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Well, for the Jazz, they can just run out the clock. MP fires. Buries the long-range jumper. MP's got 41.
Well, over the course of the night, he's been taking shots he's comfortable with, and it's working.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
As we send you over to Jennifer Quintana from the sideline.
The win was impressive. 40-plus points in the win, another level entirely. When did you know you were in the zone?
Some nights it doesn't hit you until tip-off. There's always so much going on before a game. logistics, prep, people hitting you up for tickets. Your mind really isn't free until the game starts. Then all that other stuff just kind of falls behind you. And then you actually get to lock in and do your thing. And that's what I did tonight. Sometimes that leads to 30 points. Other nights that's going to lead to 40 or 50. What I can tell you is that I'm going to keep getting mine, and we're going to keep winning more times than not. All I care about is winning, so that's what I'm focused on.
Keep it up, MP. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Kevin, back to you.
All right, Jennifer, thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. We'll see you later.
I told you, Coach. Look, man, there's no downside here. I can win Rookie of the Year by doing whatever it takes for us to win. It's helping me push myself.
Yeah, I can see how this would be good motivation. We're in the part of the season that becomes a grind, and maybe this award is what you need to avoid the rookie wall.
Okay, so how did our gameplay look out there?
It looked good, man. I just make sure you don't get too wrapped up in these one-on-one battles. It's still a team game.
Right. When it comes first.
That's right.
Siempre.
Experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, attempting to enter the court.
And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready for another hard-fought NBA battle. Thanks for joining us in honoring Martin Luther King Day. It's a very special presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us from the floor. So a moment now to see the story for MP.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
And the NBA always with a great slate of games on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. They've done a great job making that a priority, Grant.
Yeah, they have, B.A. The whole world owes so much to the work of Dr. King. and the NBA has always made sure to honor him on his day.
I'm sure you've heard this from MP by now, but he's got his eyes set on running away with Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, it's very early in MP's career, but so far, so good. I know it's a major goal for him to win Rookie of the Year. If he continues to play at this level, MP has a good chance to take home that award.
Here are the starters for Utah. They've got Sviatoslav Mikhailuk, Lauri Markkanen out there with MP. Then it's Walker Kessler, and it's George in at the point guard position.
When you're out and running, this is who you want to get it to. Keldon Johnson has a great feel for how to score on the break.
MP left side. Pass to George from 12 feet. That one off the back iron and out. On offense, here is San Antonio. One thing people notice about Dylan Harper, he loves to get going downhill.
Yeah, he delights in bullying his way through a defense, using a blend of speed and size to get to where he wants to go.
MP shot is good.
Nice shot by MP. Great touch from outside.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Shot by Johnson, no good.
I mean, I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling.
Pass to Mikhailuk. The three is up. Kept alive. Now MP. Kessler a screen. And here's MP from outside. Knocks it down from distance. Rodriguez has got 6 points.
Yeah, just making the shot look easy. MP certainly has put some work into his shooting motion.
MP against Johnson. Back to Fox. 5 to shoot. San Antonio needs to get off a shot. The shot by Sohan, no good. Utah has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Here's Rodriguez. And MP throws it down.
And the defense is going to remember this. They might try to make MP pay for it.
San Antonio's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Mavericks just played phenomenal. He finished with 30 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. Just another remarkable performance from him. Nothing new. Guys, we'll see how long he keeps this up.
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, BA. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So Utah ends up going with a new group. And while we can, let's take a look at the rookies who are leading the way in points this past month. MP, number 1. Third, Dylan Harper.
These two young guys are feeding off one another, trying the best.
Antonio ends up going with a new group. A big group substitution here for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Filipowski. MP comes in for Anderson. Markkanen's checked in for Hendricks. And it's Keontae George in for Bailey. We've got Harrison Barnes. Devin Vassell out there with Stephon Castle. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Waters in at the 3, the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5.
And this is something Vassell has really improved. Now you have to guard him closely from deep.
RJ, San Antonio's seen a surge in popularity. Spurs jerseys seem to be everywhere these days.
Yeah, they call that the Wemby effect. When a team has a generational talent like Victor, a lot of new fans come on board.
Kessler with a bucket.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
Castle finds Vassell. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Okay, HB, I see you still pack a punch. That's an impressive finish.
MP outside. Markkanen, the pass to MP. Here's Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MOB physical. Get in position for the putback and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Castle on the wing. George defending. Castle against George. Waters can't hit. Jazz trail by 7. From the arc. That one no good. Barnes feeling it out a bit. Pass to Vassell. Puts it up. Utah with the rebound. You know, they beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
Pass to Barnes.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Now here's Castle. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes, Graham.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player, so it definitely runs in the family. A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Guys, back to you.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A big group substitution here for Utah. Filipowski, he's checked. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Spurs out in front, up 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
36.
Welcome, everybody. We'll get things going with a look at who might be participating in the upcoming three-point contest.
The dunk contest and the three-point contest are the only things missing from my resume. Now I regret not doing them.
I would actually pay to see you in a three-point shootout. That's great television right there.
Let's shift focus back to the Utah Jazz, who find little separation after one half of play.
One thing that's kept them close.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the...
Hey there, everyone. Glad you could join us on MLK Day on 2K Sports. Boy, it's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
So the Utah 5 right now. George out there with Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then it's MP. And it's Kessler in at the 5 spot. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Fox.
Boy, that was bad. It was like they were running different plays.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade.
Connects again from distance.
Defenses around the NBA have to deal with his three-point marksmanship, and he's already proven his rookie year there's very little you can do to slow him down.
It's been a lot of fun to watch him expand his skills this season, and lo and behold, he now holds the 4th spot all time for three-pointers in a rookie campaign. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
First team foul.
Luke Cornett, shooting 1.
And that one misses. And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history.
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
Fox, the pass to Harper. Driving inside. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
Yeah, a strong move to the rack draws that foul.
He's had just one attempt at the line earlier. Well, RJ, some rebuilds go better than others. Wouldn't you say the Spurs are off to a good start?
Oh, they've got their cornerstone in Wembanyama, along with an array of young talent and plenty of picks. They look to compete now and for years to come, I would think so.
George with a steal. In transition, here come the Jazz. It's intercepted. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. From deep, Johnson. Utah grabs the miss. MP's got 4 rebounds now.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Utah moving the ball around. George for 3. Harper pulls it in. San Antonio's gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. The kick out to Johnson. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Rodriguez. Cash money from 16 feet away. Rodriguez has got 9 points here in the second half.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Outside Johnson. To the middle. Here's Sohan. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
A little raw skill-wise, but Sohan has that rare physical traits and a tremendous upside.
Castle's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. And a new group getting ready for Utah. Filipowski, he's checked in for Kessler. Anderson comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Bailey's checked in for Mikhailuk. And it's Collier in for George. Utah shooting their...
Substitution on court.
And so it's San Antonio with it. Fox at the 1 with Castle at the 2. At the forward slots, it's Vassell and Barnes. And it's Olynyk in at the 5. That's the San Antonio 5. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Utah ball.
Jazz trail by 8. George passes to MP. Fires the 3. Good! Another from 3.
Well, as the three-point bombs just keep raining down, he just moved up one more rung on the all-time list for three-pointers in a rookie season.
Well, you got to think he's going to be one of the biggest draft picks in the last decade, maybe 2. Hard to argue with how he's approached his three-point prowess. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. And here's MP from outside. Another 3 for Utah.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
And I bet he's thinking that he could close the gap completely if he can keep those threes coming.
Vassell can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 4. The shake. Work in the interior. MP.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Cornette's checked in for Olynyk. Sohan comes in for Barnes. Johnson, he's checked in for Vassell. And it's Harper in for Castle. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
And Allie, thanks. Ooh, he had the space, but it's offline. Here's Johnson. Outside Fox. Cornette sets a screen. Oh, he rips it down off the miss.
and force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Outside George. Now MP. Beyond the arc. Johnson with the rebound.
That's kind of a Hail Mary there. That's the mark of desperation.
He launches. MP with a rebound.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Now Kessler. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it. Spurs lead by 6. Oh, nice move. And it's good on the lay-in.
They're using his size well and putting some muscle behind his blade. That's how Sohan gets to his shot inside.
Marking it outside. The 10-footer. Oh, marking it good in the paint.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
George against Fox. Yes! Using that window.
He's having one of those nights. Fox just filling it up.
Jazz trail by 8. MP outside. Let's loose for 3. And again for 3.
Well, with the way he's been shooting from distance, I can't say I'm surprised that he's now #2 all-time in three-pointers made during a rookie season. I mean, he has been impressive.
Well, we're talking about some of the best shooters we've ever had in the NBA. I don't think it's an understatement to say we could be witnessing a generational talent. Here's George. MP looking around. The 3 is in.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Cornette at the post. He's covered by Kessler. 6 to shoot. And he nails it.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throw now.
And Utah calls time here. 11 seconds left in the 4th quarter. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
Yeah, it has to be fast. They got to take the first good look they get.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
They've led by as much as 10. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Personal foul.
Good on the first. And that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
All but over now. Those free throws help seal the deal.
And Utah calls time here. There's 6 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
Yeah, it has to be fast. They got to take the first good look they get.
So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
Now let's send it over to Jennifer Quintana.
Your team came up short on this one, but not you, MP. Are you more frustrated you didn't win on a night you were feeling it, or encouraged that your individual performance bodes well for the future?
Listen, it's cool that my shots were falling, but that's not what encourages me. What encourages me is knowing that every guy on this team is just as sick as I am after a loss like this. If this loss doesn't bother you, you don't have what it takes to win in this league.
In it to win it, right, MP?
Yeah.
EA, over to you.
All right, Jennifer, thanks very much. And that'll do it, folks.
All right, MP. First impressions after playing against Dylan Harper?
Bro, it's tough. Yeah, he's got a deep bag. He's going to be a great player someday. But he ain't no MP, you know? I'm talking maximum potential, baby.